How y'all doing? Wow, always rolling this year. Good. How y'all doing? Good? Great.
I think the simple question would be, based on Gerard's comments, playing soft, how do you not do that? How do you get it together as a defense and do what you need to do?
I would say for us, like it's about going to work every day, like we talked about. All right, really going to work, making sure that we attack each day like we need to with clean execution, make sure we know the game plan, doing our little things. And then for us, it's really about the fundamentals on the football field. All right, defeating blocks, tackling, all right, being able to tackle in space, making sure we know alignment, assignment, communication, stuff like that. That's for us. That's what we're focused on.
Marcus, what's going through your mind when you see the Jags run for 14th straight, 15th straight, 16th straight?
Yeah, for us, is get off the field. So it's really that's the approach. When you go on when you're on defense, it's a 3 and out or take away mentality. Period. That's what we try to do, and then really just not try to let them score. So that's the mentality that we need to have. That's the mentality we do have. And every time we step on the field, if you listen to me, it's say, hey, let's 3 and out or a takeaway, 3 and out or a takeaway. And that's really the mentality that we approach every time we go out there on the field, is try to get out there and get the ball back to AVP as much as possible.
When you watched that game back, did you feel like there was anything more you guys could have done in terms of scheme, whether it's run blitzing or just aligning guys in different spots? Did you feel like you were changing enough on the fly to try to stop whatever it was they were doing?
Yeah, we need to coach better, play better. We need to do all that things. So whether it's fundamentals, techniques, all those things, be better. So obviously we didn't do enough to win the game, so we need to be better, coaches included and players.
Marcus, how was the integration of some of the new, I don't know if concepts is the right word, but elements that Drew and Jerry Montgomery brought in to the system? How is that integration going when you run those new concepts?
It's good. I mean, they're good coaches. They do a good job with their position groups. They've been doing a great job with that. They're good.
Marcus, you guys have played a lot more base defense this year than maybe we're used to seeing. Just curious what has led to that, in your opinion.
Yeah, I think I looked last game. I think it was balanced based off of what we ran. So I looked at the personnel groupings, which is, to me, it was balanced. And then of course, when you look at the personnel groups of what they're running, so 11, 12, 13, so that dictates defensively what personnel groups you're in. So if they're in, a bigger personnel grouping, you're going to be in a bigger personnel grouping. So when a team comes in and want to be in 11 or 12 personnel, then you're going to be in a personnel group that matches them. So that's basically what we've been doing.
Marcus, I think the Jets were the first team to kind of bulk up against you and force you into more base back in week 3. Do you expect them to take that same approach on Sunday?
Yeah.
What have you seen from guys who had a maybe increased role last week, like Christian Ellis, a little bit more from Jaquilin Roy, it seemed like Eric Johnson? What do you think of their performance?
I think, again, like for Roy and Christian, those guys have been doing a good job of stepping up for us. Like you asked me back obviously I didn't even know Roy back in the spring or training camp. And then you think about with Christian Ellis, you asked me back in the spring about like him being out, a 3-down player, doing all the things for us. That would, surprise me on the things that he's done for us. And I'm proud of their progression. I think we're taking it 1 week at a time with both of them. We're managing the expectations for both of them, and we're making sure they do everything right, starting Wednesday, yesterday. And both of those guys, they want to be coached. They want to be good. They want to become starters, which is great. And both of them, if you look at it, I know you guys not out there in pre-practice. Those two guys are out there early in practice. All right, whether that's, Christian doing mental reps by himself or on cans, or whether that's, Roy out there hitting the sled, doing those things. So I think both of those guys are taking the right steps for us, especially for the future.
How much of it all is about the Adam change, what they do?
I think, going back to Green Bay, all that stuff, they do the same type of play concepts. So as you see, I mean, how many plays was he out last time? Not that many last game. So it's the same type of offense that they ran back in the day. So he was able to go in there and do, what they did together.
Marcus, you talked last week about, the family part, going to lunch and everything else. How do you handle what's been tough times for you guys defensively? How do you, does it eat at you? It's a humbling game, obviously. As a coach, you're as competitive as they come. How do you handle that side of it as far as not letting it get at you when it comes to what's happening?
That's great. That's me. That is me. They hired the right guy for that. Nothing in my life has been easy. Nothing. So my parents did a great job raising me. Adversity, growing up, Birmingham, getting here, working the way I need to work. You know, all I know is the hard way. All I know is no shortcuts. So I've always taken the stairs, never had the elevator, never was on third base, started at home plate. So that's me. So as far as that, and I'm able to pour that to the players, because I think that when you go through hard times or you go through different challenges, because the Bible says this too, it says like there will be tough times. There will be tough times. And so I know that God put me in this position for a reason, and he don't put anything that I can't bear. So it's easy for me because I know I have confidence in the Lord. I know that they hired the right guy, because I can get the players to do what I need to do and what they need to do. And then also just not waver, with the flow. Whether you're 6-1 or whether you're 1-6, is really, you're going to get the same version of me every single time. And then just make sure I do that, with the players. Because, just in life, I talk to them about that. Like in marriage, it's going to be tough times, right? Kids, tough times, right? Football, tough times, right? And so that's where you just really, you learn through those different things. And then it's about who you become in the journey.
You reference his journey. Part of that journey you worked for a number of years with Bill Belichick.
Yep.
He's the media now, and he's made some comments the last few days talking about, he's not sure why the Patriots run defense is the way it is, because a lot of the same guys were on the team last year, but the results were different. What's your reaction to him commenting on defense's performance this year?
I don't really look too much into it like that. Bill done some great things for me. He's the one who brought me here. I learned a lot of good things for him. Obviously, I was a defensive line coach for 4 years. Before that, I was outside linebacker coach and inside linebacker coach. So we've been to Super Bowls, not been to Super Bowls, been to the highest valley, been to the lowest of the valley. So for me, I don't really focus on that. I do know that really with the our run defense is going to get better. We'll do a better job on that. I'll do a better job on that. And for me, we talk about accountability. I'll take that accountability, and I'll take that, and make sure that we do the right things to make sure the run defense is better, and really our defense is better. All right, our defense is better, because for us it's really just about being consistent, not just for 1 or 2 plays or 3 plays or 4 plays. It's consistent play throughout the game. Because when you look at that and you turn on the tape, there's plays there. Those guys are doing a good job. They're doing a good job. And then it's like, one play here, which leads to a 4-yard gain or a first down or something like that. So I don't really look into it much.
Coach, when you mentioned
last question, I was curious, Aaron Rodgers talked about the injury report from the Justice Week. How, if at all, does that change kind of the plan for the defense going into a matchup like this?
He'll be there. He'll be there. That's when I look at it like he'll be there. It's not going to change for me. So when I look at players who played in this league a long time, veteran players, they'll be there unless it's a significant injury. And so for me, I'll plan for him to be there as healthy as possible, because at this time of the year, nobody's healthy. Nobody's healthy. So
Thanks.
good.